Good evening. Good evening and welcome to our fall concert. And this is the kickoff event for our annual homecoming weekend, and we're delighted that you're here with us this evening. Our concert features our orchestra, our band, and concert choir. And I will note that it is no small feat to prepare for an October 4 concert when the first day of school is August 22nd. So our hats off to our music department and our students for their great work in preparing for this evening. This evening we're going to honor our Alumni of the Year award recipients who will be recognized for outstanding achievement and distinguished service. We'll recognize an outgoing board member, Pastor Benny Crispianto, for his service to DOC. And we will announce our Outstanding Athletic Achievement Awards. As I mentioned, this is the opening event of our homecoming weekend with a full day of events planned for tomorrow and beautiful weather on tap. So I'll just take a moment just to mention a few of the things that's happening tomorrow. We're going to have food trucks, kids inflatables, a color fun run, class reunions, an open house, sporting events. Our soccer, volleyball, and field hockey teams will be competing through the day tomorrow. At 2:30, we're going to have a concert with the Walking Roots Band. So come out and join us and celebrate the amazing place and community that we enjoy here at Dock and that you are a part of. We're honored to share this evening of music and celebration with you, and we're reminded of God's faithfulness over the years as we hear from alumni from years ago when their experience was here, and current students who are experiencing God and God's faithfulness here at Dock even now. I appreciate the image in Psalm 22, those first two verses celebrating a God who is faithful and worthy of praise. It is good to praise the Lord and make music to your name, O Most High, proclaiming your love in the morning and your faithfulness at night. We're pleased to introduce our music directors here at Dock. Dr. Matt Ramage is our director of the band. Ms. Joy Yu is director of our orchestra, and Mrs. Michelle Sensenig is our department chair who serves as our vocal music teacher and directs our choirs. We are very blessed and grateful for these amazing leaders in our music department. Join me in prayer as we open our evening. God, this evening we celebrate this community, our Dock School family that extends across our country and around the world. We gather with current students and faculty. We are grateful to connect again with returning alumni. We appreciate the work of our board who continues to guide our school toward its mission. And we thank you for all those who invest in the lives of our students. And tonight we lift our voices and our instruments in recognition of the gifts of music you have given to our students. We pray a special blessing for each person who participates and for each person being honored this evening. Thank you, God, for the opportunity to partner with families and the community of Dock. Continue to inspire us by the examples of our alumni in their dedication to you and their service to others. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Enjoy our concert in this very special weekend.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's concert. For our first selection, the band will be playing a setting of the familiar hymn, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. This timeless tune gets harmonically inventive treatment in an arrangement by composer Thomas Caitlin. The melody is passed around to almost every instrument in the band before the end of the piece, and the accompanying harmonies are created from short, interwoven fragments. These harmonic lines seem to always keep the chords shifting, even wandering at times in search of home. But in the richly orchestrated moments of resolution, the music calls to mind Robert Robertson's words from the third verse, "Let thy grace now, like a feather, bind my wandering heart to thee." We hope you enjoy this wonderful, beautiful arrangement of Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing.
final selection draws upon America's rich library of folk music in a set of three short miniatures arranged by Michael Story. The first movement's tune, called Frog Went A-Courting, can be traced back to a Scottish song written 450 years ago. And right from the start, you'll hear the clarinets play a motive that sounds just like a bouncing frog. The second movement features a folk song that has two common tunes. For this piece, Story chose to set the more mournful and expressive minor tune, with a solo in the tenor sax and baritone. The final movement is a song called Sweet Bessie from Pike, and it musically captures a sense of optimistic fun and fancy-free. Even if the lyrics to the song don't quite share that same optimism, much like the diversity found in our nation, these songs have been performed and recorded by a diverse group of artists through the years, from Burl Ives, Bob Dylan, and Dolly Parton to Elvis Presley and Bruce Springsteen. We hope you enjoyed these three American sketches.
Good evening. My name is Miss Joy Yu, and I direct this fabulous orchestra. A little secret here. Both the band, I'm super proud, and I know Dr. Ramage is too, but both the band and the orchestra only had 8 rehearsals for this concert. So it is amazing what they were able to pull together, and there were so many incoming new students who also joined us, so we are very proud of what they pulled together in just 8 short classes. The 2 selections that we'll be playing for you as an orchestra this evening is This Is My Father's World and California Dreaming. Enjoy.
have a quick announcement. We're excited. For the first time this evening, we're using new choral risers. And these choral risers were a gift from the estate of Harold and Fern Aldifer. Harold and Fern, through a lifetime, supported the music program here at Doc, so we're very grateful for their generosity. We have to transition the stage, which will take actually about 5 minutes. So you're welcome to stand, have conversation with each other, and we'll resume in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Line it up with this one or this one?
Yeah.
This one's good?
Yeah, that one's not quite.
Yeah, bring the next one out first before we open them. Bring them out. They're going to have to go that way a little bit more, I think. Now, the kind of set. What do you hold forward, though? This is not what's forward. I think we can get it. I think we can get it. This is how let's move forward. Is it too tight?
Here you go. Lift it. Lift it from, yeah. Lift it from over there. Yeah. Slide it. Okay. Slide it over. All right, put you together. All right, cool. Good. That's clear. Clear. All right. Now we're going to raise it a little bit back.
Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to kick off the recognition part of this evening's festivities. I'm Pastor Sonia Stauffer-Kurtz from Zion Mennonite Church, and I have the pleasure of being the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees. So in my role as Vice Chair, I'm going to recognize an outgoing board member, Benny Crispianto. Pastor Benny, would you come forward, please? While Benny is coming, I'll just tell you a little bit about him. Pastor Benny is pastor of the Nations Worship Center Church in Philadelphia. It's a church that he started in 2006. It is a church of primarily Indonesian American Christians, many of whom came to the U.S. after 1998. When there were riots and unrest in Indonesia that was particularly targeted at Chinese Indonesian Christians. So Benny started Nations Worship Center in 2006. He served with the Doc Academy Board from 2015 to 2024. A lot has happened in that time. Benny reminded me that he started as a single person, and tonight he comes 9 years later to receive his farewell frock tour from the board as a married person with also 2 young children. Benny's wife, Angelia, is also a pastor at Nations Worship Center. Benny is a person who is passionate about Christian education and about mentoring young leaders for the church. Several of the members of Nations Worship Center have attended and graduated from DOC. In fact, one of them, Graciela Odelia, has become a youth pastor at Nations Worship Center, and we're really excited about that. Benny, while he was on the board, he served on the Marketing Enrollment Advisory Committee, and he's now finishing a PhD, right? Yes, so among many other things, he's doing PhD work. So we have a frock tour for Ben. My old self has been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. So I live in this earthly body by trusting in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. Benny, we want to thank you so much for all you've done with the board, for encouraging youth and strengthening Christian education here and helping us prepare young leaders for work all around the world. Thanks so much.
Doc Mennonite Academy is pleased to recognize 6 alumni who have demonstrated academic, spiritual, and lifestyle practices taught at Doc. We are excited to honor each of these individuals for the many ways they have contributed to their communities, locally and globally. As I name each recipient, they will come forward and I will share information about them, and a frock tour will be presented. In addition, we've invited each recipient to share some thoughts. The first category is Outstanding Achievement Award. The Outstanding Achievement Award is based on academic, professional, or business accomplishments since graduating from Doc. The first recipient of this award is Joyce Monro from the class of 1965. Joyce is a freelance writer and has documented medical procedures and designed interactive online writing modules. She has also written several commissioned works of local history and won prizes in fiction. Joyce graduated with a BA in English from Eastern College and an MA in English from Villanova University. In 2014, after 20 years, She retired from the English writing program at Eastern University, where she taught advanced writing courses in essay, memoir, journalism, fiction, and playwriting. Her most recent published books are Time and Memory, Life in a Small Place, and Finishing God's Story, Christ Reformed Church at Indian Creek from 1746 through 2021. Thank you, Joyce, for your dedication to developing young writers and documenting local history. Congratulations.
I represent 1961 to 1965 here. The first decade of this school, our teachers were young. My advisors were 25 years old and 28, math and English teacher. The teachers were trusted by the administration. The parents and community trusted this school. It was a place where faith was not a plaque on the wall or prayer at the beginning of class, but rather organic and integrated into the entire experience in education. And I see on your website that is still the case. Now, a little bit about my world back then. In the first decade at my congregation, some of the people were suing to own the building because they were more Mennonite than the rest. The morality question for me and my family in that first decade was I allowed to go trick-or-treating at Halloween? And then in junior high, it was, could I go to a football game where I might meet a boy who might kiss me under the bleachers? The answer was no. So when I came here, it was like a door to another world. I can feel in my body the expansiveness I experienced. I could do anything, and I did, except play an instrument or sing. A little bit about the world as well back then. In addition to that, President Kennedy was assassinated. And it was rumored that one teacher here abruptly left his classroom, went to his car, and sobbed. On the following Sunday, we came back from church, turned on the TV, and saw assassin suspect Lee Harvey Oswald shot in real time before our eyes. It was also the Vietnam War, so anyone 18 years or older who was male had to do service, 2 years of service. The majority of my cohort, male and female, went into alternate service. So we lived away from this community with people not at all like us. Now, a couple content examples from our reading. Back on my table is an entire list of the books we had to read here. Black Like Me. White man takes medicine to discover what it's like after his skin turns brown to be a black man in the Deep South. Madame Curie, woman scientist, discovers two elements, starts collaboratively 2 institutions in 2 countries to study science, and develops mobile X-ray units. Who among us is not indebted to X-ray? And what about this? Starving student, lonely, conspires to kill his moneylender and thinks he can get away with it. Crime and Punishment. Was that appropriate reading for high school seniors? These books, my teachers, and this school saved my life. I was living chaotically, and this place opened a door for me to leave and to become a citizen of the earth. Now I'm a different kind of senior, and I'm intrigued by the possibilities of this campus and this school. You emphasize collaborative learning. The thing that's happening now, climate change, requires collaborative learning. You have a faith framework in which to engage the moral questions of climate change, which are expanding exponentially. And you have the perfect campus with vegetation. You can plant trees and study carbon sequestration across years in cohorts, make a difference in science education, and also perhaps in climate science itself. The only doorway now opening into the future involves climate change. And if you privilege youth by allowing them to study fully climate change, to write songs and poems about climate change, you are privileging them to walk through that doorway with hope. God bless you. Peace and love attend you. Thank you.
The second recipient in this category is Devon Anders from the class of 1984. Devon began his career as a CPA for a well-established accounting firm in Harrisonburg, Virginia. In 1993, he became a founding partner of Interchange Group, where he continues to serve as president. Interchange is a full-service warehousing and logistics company serving the East Coast and currently has 22 warehousing facilities in Virginia. The business has partnered with Friendship Industries, a Harrisonburg nonprofit employing persons with different abilities and other barriers to employment. Devon was named Business Person of the Year by the Harrisonburg-Rockingham Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Devon, for your excellence in business and providing opportunities for persons with different abilities. Congratulations.
Good evening. I think Joyce remembers a lot more about her high school career than I do. So my words will be a little more brief. I had to go back through the yearbooks and look through and refresh my memory, but I want to thank Doc for several things in several respects. First, I want to thank the faculty, and some names that came immediately to my mind were Eric Bishop, Wib Zook, he helped me in wrestling, Dwayne Kaufman, Dan Reinford, he tried to teach me calculus. I took it again at college, and I still didn't get it. And there were many others. And I especially remember one that has a connection here tonight to another recipient, and that was Beth Yoder. Beth Yoder led me in a number of dramas during Spring Arts Day. So as I look back through my memories of Christopher Dock this week, a lot are centered around Spring Arts Day. Probably the highlight for me was being in the Adventures of Tom Sawyer in my junior year. I'm also thankful to Doc because it gave me an opportunity to explore leadership. From the dramas to working on the yearbook, selling ad space in the back of the yearbook, I learned to understand what it meant to be a part of a team and how to lead for the broader team. These were skills and relationships that helped me define my future in going to EMU and majoring in business. I credit Doc with starting that leadership development in me. I served as a class president for 3 years. To that point, I am forever thankful that there was sort of a mini coup in my junior year that said they wanted a different president. So I was not elected senior class president, for which I'm very happy that I didn't have to plan reunions forevermore. So finally, I want to give credit to my parents, Marvin and Grace Anders, for insisting that I attend DOC in 9th grade. I really wanted to wrestle and play football at Souderton, but Dad was here on the board, so I came to DOC. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Second category of awards is the Distinguished Service Award. The Distinguished Service Award is based on mission and service involvement since graduating from DOC. The first recipient is Esther Mast from the class of 1973. Esther received her nursing degree from Eastern Mennonite College and a degree in midwifery and a master's degree in nursing from Case Western Reserve University. She worked in several regional hospitals before joining Mennonite Central Committee in Haiti for 2.5 years at the Albert Schweitzer Hospital. In 1996, after working as a midwife in Oregon, Esther and her family joined MCC in Burkina Faso for 3 years, where she volunteered as a midwife at 2 maternity hospitals. Upon returning to the United States, Esther worked in Lancaster as a certified nurse midwife until she retired. Over the years, Esther welcomed over 2,500 babies into the world. Esther, thank you for caring for mothers and babies and serving vulnerable populations around the world. Congratulations.
Thank you. I feel very honored to receive this award. When I graduated from what was then Christopher Dock Mennonite High School in 1973, I did not know I would live in 5 different states and 2 foreign countries. I did not know I would serve with Mennonite Central Committee for 6+ years. I did not know I would work as a nurse for 11 years and a nurse midwife for 36 years. And assist in the birth of about 2,500 babies. I did know that I was surrounded by people who served and encouraged service, including my parents, Malin and Elizabeth Castle, my aunt, Grace Berge, who had taught here at one point, and my teachers here at DOC. I knew I wanted to be a nurse, but it was Mr. Elam Peachy who encouraged me to go to college. Participating in sports was also an important part of my high school experience. I played field hockey all 4 years, and in my sophomore year, I was part of the first women's softball team. One memory that stands out was in the fall of 9th grade at field hockey practice. Miss Liz Huntsberger was our coach, and she had us run 8 laps around the hockey field. First of all, she gave us a long pep talk about how we had to put our minds to it and convince ourselves that we could do it. And I think we all did run around that field 8 times. There have been many times in my life when I had to do hard things, and Miss Huntsberger's challenge came to my mind. I appreciated the varied experiences that we were provided here at DOC. Spring forensics was always fun for me, and when I hear the song, Both Sides Now, my thoughts go back to this stage when I sang in the ensemble our junior year. Christopher Dock has been and always will be a place of great memories for me. My wedding reception was held here also. I am grateful for the encouragement, the challenges, and the opportunities I had here at DOC as I stepped out into the rest of my life. Thank you again for this award.
The second recipient in this category is Greg Yoder from the class of 2005. Greg is a songwriter and founding member of the Walking Roots Band, an acoustic music group based in Harrisonburg, Virginia. The band is steeped in Anabaptist hymn-singing traditions. In addition, Greg is the Director of Operations for the Soil and the Seed Project, founded in 2021 to nurture faith through music, art, and little liturgies. The project follows the liturgical calendar for daily and weekly use in the home, and it is a gift to the church, given freely to any individual or community who wants it. And this is all thanks to a partnership with Virginia Mennonite Missions and the generosity of others. The project now supports over 3,000 households around the world, and the music has been streamed in over 70 countries. Greg, thanks for your dedication to music as a form of worship and inspiring children, youth, and families throughout the world. Congratulations.
This award makes me very uncomfortable. I grew up in a tradition that does not place a lot of emphasis on the self and achievement. So I'm going to use this time to deflect and thank the many people who have supported me and been part of the community. This is very much a homecoming for me. I grew up on this campus in a lot of ways. My father, Jerry Yoder, taught math here for many, many years. Anybody sit in Jerry Yoder's math class? Me too. And I remember running around on this campus long before I was a student. And when I was a student here, I spent many, many hours on this stage in musical productions and singing choir, band, and orchestra. And I'd credit Rod Durstein, who is my high school choir director, with awakening my love of music and my understanding that music is where I see God and where I encounter God. And the community that comes around music is such an important and special part of why I'm doing the work that I'm doing now. I feel very uncomfortable being recognized. But I want to encourage us all to think of service as just noticing what God is doing in the world and being willing to get involved, being willing to pick up your hammer and join in the work that God is doing. And I am grateful for faculty that modeled that for me while I was a student here, and grateful for lifelong friends who I have walked alongside from this place into the world to join in that which God is doing. So thank you for being this incredible home.
The third category is the Young Alum Award. This award is based on the demonstration of academic, spiritual, and lifestyle practices as outlined in the graduate profile. The first recipient is Stephanie Clements from the class of 2010. Stephanie is a conservation biologist, passionate about protecting our natural world and sharing its wonders with others. After graduating from Dock, Stephanie went on to pursue a BS in environmental science from Roanoke College, and then a PhD in biology from the University of Miami. She published 10 scientific manuscripts in various journals and petitioned for the listing of a threatened species, the Florida reef gecko. In May of 2022, she joined the Tropical Audubon Society, where she offers expertise in conservation biology, interpretive programming, and environmental advocacy. In her role as Education and Advocacy Director, she leads youth education programming and is focused on providing hands-on environmental learning opportunities for children from underserved communities. Stephanie, thank you for your passion for the natural world and creating learning opportunities for others. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It is wonderful to be back here in this community. When I think back to being a high school student, the word community was said a lot, but I did not fully grasp its meaning until I left. Now, looking out at family and friends, I'm reminded of what it means to belong to such a supportive community. The DOC community extends beyond these walls and is about coming together to lift one another up. And I have to say, I love that I'm sharing this moment with Sam because his mom, Donna, was someone who played a pivotal role in my journey as well. And DOC really helped to shape me into who I am. My desire to understand different cultures stems from the Spanish trip to Guatemala and Honduras. My love for music took root in the touring choir, arts day, and musicals. Cheerleading taught me commitment and leadership, and mindfulness came from yoga and activity period. Theater, debate club, and even senior speeches helped me to find my voice. I learned to think critically in classes with Mr. Bush and Dr. Bishop, and through the lens of service, DOC instilled in me the importance of helping others as a way of life. Even my career in science and conservation actually stems from the DOC community. While my passion for conservation started a little earlier with a news program on the rainforest that I saw as a 3-year-old, it was really middle school science with Mr. A that made me appreciate the complexities of the natural world. Science fair nurtured my curiosity and taught me that I could find answers to the whys that were circling around in my head. The foundation that I built here led me to pursue a PhD in biology. During my fieldwork, we discovered that that small, understudied gecko, the Florida reef gecko, was possibly at risk of extinction. But no one else had the answers, so we conducted our own study and found that, yeah, it needed to be listed as an endangered species. But just like those science fair days, I knew that it wasn't enough to simply do the research, we also had to communicate it. And not just in scientific journals, but to community members and to policymakers. It's the skills in science, in critical thinking, in public speaking, and community building, all learned here at DOC, that have allowed me to work in the intersection of science and environmental policy today. Now I get to work to educate and empower community members to become advocates for the environment to protect our natural world. Today I know that to implement real change, you need a community of people working together towards the same goal. I feel very fortunate to have grown up immersed in this community with teachers and mentors whose goals were to uplift and support their students. So thank you, DOC, for everything that you've done for me and for so many others in this community and beyond. Thank you.
The second recipient is Samuel Wilkins from the class of 2012. Samuel received a bachelor's degree from Georgetown University and a Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in Civil Justice, also from Georgetown University, the Law Center. He is currently the managing attorney for probate and estate planning at DC Affordable Law Firm, a nonprofit law firm in Washington, D.C., that provides free and low-cost family law, immigration, probate, and estate planning, and other legal services for modest and low-income households. Prior to joining DC Affordable Law Firm, he interned at the National School Boards Association, Advocates for Justice and Education, and the U.S. Department of Education. Samuel, thank you for pursuing your vocation and serving underrepresented communities in important and life-changing ways. Congratulations.
Well, I can't tell you how special it is to be here. There's some moments where the past and the present seem to kind of merge, and walking in, smelling the smells of the cafeteria, looking up here, I'm just taken back to one of the most special times of my life. So one of the things they say about law school is that law school teaches you how to think, right? You read the case law, you read the statutes, but more importantly, you learn how to think and how to see the world. And that's true, right? That is a very fair characterization of law school. But I think that characterization is substantially more true about my time at Doc. It was my time at Doc where I really internalized my commitment to make the world a more just place, to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth. It was my time at Doc where I really realized the value of community, building community. I see my best friend's parents here. A community that was established, that continues forever, right? A community that lifts people up when you're feeling sad and to celebrate with when you're feeling happy. It was at Doc where I learned the importance of critical thinking. You know, at Doc I had professors who, teachers who asked me, who is the author? What are the author's biases? And what does that mean for your interpretation of the book, the article, the fact that you're learning? And at Doc, I learned the importance of mentorship. The amount of teachers, the amount of parents, the amount of older people that I was able to connect with, learn from, ask about how they are where they are, and try to model my life after them. I've been lucky enough to be a managing attorney at a law firm that works to address the access to justice gap, to make sure that one's income is never a barrier to them receiving quality legal services. And the mission, the learnings, everything that Doc taught me, I live out on a daily basis. And I am so, so, so appreciative to Doc for crafting me into the person I am today. Because I don't know who I would be without my Doc community, without my Doc teachers, without my Doc family. So thank you all.
Just a quick announcement. Everyone is invited to a reception following the concert where you can meet and congratulate each of these individuals and enjoy ice cream, pretzels, cookies, punch, and coffee. So please join us at the end of the program. This evening you have an opportunity for making a contribution to Doc if you would like. We are thankful for the leader sponsors listed in the program. At the back you'll see QR code if you want to make an online gift. And those gifts will benefit student financial aid and educational initiatives. This time, we're shifting gears to the Outstanding Athletic Achievement Awards. Seth Frankenfield, our athletic director, will present the Outstanding Athletic Achievement Awards.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to recognize 3 student athletes from the class of 2024 for their outstanding athletic achievement at Doc. This award was created in 1987 in an effort to honor Doc's highest achieving student athletes across all of our programs. Graduating student athletes are nominated and voted on by our athletic committee, which is composed of all of our Doc varsity head coaches. The committee vote, award, and announcement, and public recognition take place in the fall in an effort to allow our spring programs to complete their postseasons. This is not necessarily an annual award, but given to however many, if any, student athletes meet the criteria. The award's core criteria is team-oriented play, competing at a high level in big games, meeting or exceeding achievement of current inductees, receiving multiple honors and behavior that upholds the DOC player contract. Each winner is added to our Wall of Honor in Longacre Center. And tonight we will recognize each athlete individually from the class of 2024. The athlete will come up and receive a plaque, or their parent will do so on their behalf. And I ask that you hold your applause until I have finished listing their accomplishments. First, we honor Belinda Leisner for girls soccer. After Belinda transferred to DOC before her sophomore year, she became an integral part of the program's recent success. In 2022 and 2023, Belinda served as the team captain and helped lead the program to 2 district titles and 1 state championship, the first female program at DOC to bring home a state title. Despite only playing 3 seasons at DOC, Belinda holds the program record for career assists with 61 and is second in career goals with 58. Additionally, in her senior year, Belinda was named an All-State player by the PA Soccer Coaches Association, becoming just the 5th DOC girls soccer student athlete to receive the honor. Congratulations, Belinda. Next, we honor Cameron Lesueur for boys volleyball. Cameron is a 2-time league and district champion. As a sophomore, Cam helped lead the DOC boys volleyball program to a state semifinal appearance. Cameron finished his boys volleyball career with 570 career kills, which is 7th in program history. Cameron had a stellar senior year season. He had 341 kills that year, which is 4th most for a single season in program history. Also, this past spring, Cameron was named first team All-League, first team All-District, and first team All-State, becoming just the 5th DOC boys volleyball student athlete to receive first team state honors. Congratulations, Cameron. And third, Devon Ross for baseball. Devon was a 3-time first-team All-League player. Devon helped lead DOC baseball to 3 league championships, 2 district championships, as well as a state semifinal appearance his junior season. Devon finished with 7 noteworthy career stat lines in program history, including a career average of 487, which ranks 4th, 97 career hits, which ranks 4th, 26 career doubles, which also ranks 4th, 2nd in stolen bases with 48, and 2nd in career runs scored with 108. For his stellar junior and senior year seasons, Devon was recognized as one of the top players in the greater Philadelphia area by being selected to the Carpenter Cup team. Congratulations, Devon.
has been a delight to collaborate today with two members of the Walking Roots Band. At the keys, you see Seth and Greg Yoder, who you've already met this evening, came over and rehearsed with us this morning. If you noticed in your program, they're already mentioned as composers of 3 of the tunes that we're singing, so we invite them to the stage to collaborate on that. The next song also features several soloists, Abby Rosenberger, Zoe Fisher, and Cindy Wan. Please enjoy Surely Goodness and Mercy.
Sun is rising in my soul. brand new day. Sun is rising. Brand new day. Day is breaking. Day is a brand new day. And the sun is rising in my soul. Oh, the sun is rising in my soul. Yonder comes day. Day is breaking. Yonder comes day. Oh, my soul. Yonder comes day. Day is breaking. Sun is rising in my soul. Yonder comes day. Sun is rising in my soul. Yonder come day. Yonder come day. Day is breaking. Day is breaking. Yonder come day. Yonder come day. Singing oh my soul. Singing oh my soul. Day, day, it's a brand new day, and the sun is rising in my soul. Yonder come day. Day is breaking. Yonder come day. Oh my soul. Yonder come day. Sun is rising in my soul. Yonder comes day, day is breaking. Yonder comes day, oh my soul. Yonder comes day, day is breaking. Sun is rising in my soul.
Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it to the end. Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it to the end.
Give me understanding that I may keep your law and observe it with my whole heart. Give me understanding that I may keep your law and observe it with my whole heart.
Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it till the end. Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it till the end.
Lead me in the path of your commandments, for I delight in it. Lead me in the path of your commandments, for I delight in it.
Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it till the end. Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it till the end.
Turn my heart to your decrees and not to selfish gain. Turn my eyes from looking at vanities and give me life in your ways. Understanding till the end. Teach me, oh Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will observe it till the end.
No matter what has come prior in my day or week, hearing music from our students, especially when collaborating with one of our alums and with Seth, is certainly a balm for the soul. It's been a blessing to be together this evening. I want to thank you all for being here. Before our closing benediction, I'd like to take a moment to just thank a few people. To our musicians, band, orchestra, and choirs, thank you for leading us in these moments and times of praise and worship. You've blessed us with beautiful music tonight. And of course, a big thank you to Dr. Ramage, Ms. Yu, and Mrs. Sensenig for their time and expertise, with only 8 rehearsals for some preparing for tonight's concerts. To have these 3 leaders with your commitment to our students is truly a blessing and a gift to our DOC community. It's been a tradition here at DOC for many years to sing Go Ye Now in Peace at the conclusion of concerts. Parents, grandparents, alum, or any friends of the choir who know and enjoy singing the song are invited to join us in the aisles as Mrs. Sensenig leads us. After the conclusion of the song, you are dismissed and invited to a reception to greet those here this evening in the cafeteria. Thank you, and go in peace.